unable to start output my, but
Time
it
to get
started.
back to work.
There we go, and it's being picked up. Let's go. First try, didn't have to like yell at it or anything.
All right. Where are we off to next?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. That over there. Sweet. Okay, as the title suggests. Round 99. Round 99. I don't know how much energy I have to do dailies. I have actually a good amount. Sweet. Going the wrong way.
At your disposal.
Oh, there we go.
I engraft you new.
Alright, so we're basically going to get our dailies out of the way, and then we're going to be doing the tower defense game mode. I want to try and get to wave 99, just because I think it'd be kind of goofy. I have been doing it, I guess, like off camera, air quote, off camera, and I'm at like wave 37, I think.
All yours. Come at me.
And I will completely admit I've been watching a guide. I've been doing it with a one-to-one walkthrough, because in order to get to around 99, it takes around 5 hours. I would be absolutely livid if I'm like 4 hours and 59 minutes into it, and then I lose. Like, 5 hours is a long time. Like, it's a lot of time to do something.
Together we stand.
So, it may be cringe.
Give me
It may be.
In the name of Imperator.
It's crazy that I don't think it's worthwhile using Zani's ult, because like I use Zani's ult, he immediately breaks his toughness, survives maybe 2 hits. So it's like, is it really worth using Zani's ult? Probably not. I'll just do this instead.
Sentinel, protect me. Answer me. Together we stand.
There we go. Ouch. There we go.
Bluebird, be my salvation. I call upon the Sentinel.
There we go. Yeah, like, there's no need in doing anything else. Like, I don't need Zani's ult, which is so weird to think about, because that's where all of her damage is supposed to come from. But I'm all for it. Okay, and we'll just teleport over here, because I need to keep farming that boss for a little longer. A little longer. Um, All right, so let's. What is this? That I should probably actually do that. Oof. I guess I'm not on 32. I don't know if that goes up until you lose, maybe. Because I got to 30, at least. I know that I got to 30. If it resets me down, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. Okay, yeah, 30, around 36, I was about to say. There's no way that it reset me down to 29. Daily reminders, of course. Cannot forget our daily reminders. That's more like over here. Yeah, there we go. And don't eat batteries. That is a new one, and it's very accurate. I completely agree. Hello, Lance. How you doing today? It's nice to see you. Okay. Are you all having a good day? I hope. Okay.
All right.
I don't
Where are we off
know.
to next?
Might want that. Maybe. Might want that. Me trying out Blade for the first time. It's like me with a. Yep. Yep. I used to never really think Blade was like all that. And then a friend of mine, especially after his buff, then a friend of mine put him up as like a support character that you can borrow him all the time. All the time. It's glorious. Yep, just winding down now. Very nice. I went in expecting beautiful cycle geared because his traces aren't finished and his relics are terrible. Was pleasantly surprised when he clears in one cycle consistently. Yeah, like Blade has only gotten better since its release, which is, well, I mean, like he fell off because he, power creep. But outside of that fact, he has always he's gotten a buff and he's gotten a lot of characters that help him out a lot. On floor 12, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't use Echo Combat too much. Go ahead and do that. This is so unbelievably expensive. So unbelievably expensive. Expensive. These are not, though. These are good. I don't have Echo type, though, so I can't do that. I'm so sad. I also realized that I accidentally had Archer's life count. What do you mean accidentally? They give it to you for free. What? Help, I've accidentally built a shelf. It's accurate, though. So I deleted it. How do you delete a light cone? Why would you delete a 5-star light cone? Why? It's a really good light cone. It has Zaka, it's a free they give it to you for free. It's a really, really good 5-star light cone. That's crazy. It's a free 5-star. What? That's insane. I mean, your account, you can do whatever you wish with it, but yeah, that's wow. Counter it. Second, it doesn't matter if it has a man on it. One, men are cool, and two, it's a free 5-star Lycon. It is one of the best free Lycons we've ever gotten in this game's history, and it's probably going to be the best one we have for a while because it's a crossover Lycon.
Time to get
Like,
back to work.
Rah! But like I said, I definitely need it. Whereas, like, you know, you have E4 Icelands, your Icelands, you don't need the Lycons buffs because you can just throw Icelands on a team and then she'll cover all of, like, what the Lycon does. But, like, it still baffles me. Like, that's wow. Like,
All right.
we want to use this. So for any of you that are wondering, like, why I'm not moving or like why I'm pausing, I am following a guide because, like, I know it may be cringe, but to get to wave 99 takes 5 hours. 5 hours. So I've decided that I will be slightly cringe and I would rather watch a guide than fail at wave 98 and have to spend another 5 hours doing it. So, oop. But I also didn't really know what else to do for this stream, so I figured that this would be a good, like, I can wait in between rounds and then really just get a chance to talk to chat, which I always appreciate. And then when we get to the playing of the rounds, that's when I can, like, scream and get really nervous because if they make it, I lose. It's gonna be so much fun. All men get a, well, like, still don't understand that part, but again, it's your account and you have much stronger characters than I do, so it's not like you absolutely need it. You think it's dishonor on you, dishonor on your fan? I love that meme. You think it's, but even Arknight players are known for copying homework. Yeah, I just don't want to, like, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, like, the fact that I'm standing still and not talking as I'm watching a guide. It's, like, and I'm not going to hide it from anyone. Like, usually when it comes to events like these, I just watch a guide. I'll always give it a shot my first try. I made it to around wave 29 on my own, like, just doing it on my own, not really looking up anything whatsoever. And even getting to around 29 has been a long time. It's taken a long time to do. So yeah. Yeah, but because I really do want to reach around 99. It's actually you get all of the rewards once you get to around 40. So even then, getting to around 40 is taking over 2 hours. So, although does this literally? Yes, you can save at any time. I can save and quit whenever I want. So, yeah, expecting someone to be able to sit down for 5 hours and just do one thing like this, little not happening. It's just not. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Yeah. So I've been like slowly chunking away at this, like in between doing dailies and like when I'm waiting for videos to render and stuff like that. I'll load this up and I'll like slowly, kind of just chunk away at it, see how much I can get done. Yeah, because like the fundamentals. So basically, how this works is you have to restart the entire thing until you get a very specific starting hand, which is this one. Because this one allows you to get compound in just really fast. And so the whole name of this game is to get as many credits as possible. So, and I mean, like, obviously, like, more money is always really important because you can buy more stuff. However, the other gimmick is that for every 100 sim credits, you have increased combat machines X by X up to the equivalent wave round. And there are several of these, like, that you can just get. So, like, this is the whole gimmick of the entire thing. So, basically, if you don't start with this one, your run's cooked. You're not making it to round 99. Which I didn't know that at the beginning. I went more into this one, Saturated Fire, because I really like the frost at the top, the frost shooters. So yeah, a really good thing I looked it up because this is like the way to do it. There's not very many other options when you want to get to around 99. Against Ugly Foxley. 3,800 is an insane score. Saber hit face shot with 7 million damage dukes. I wish. Did you end up getting the Eidolons or did you decide against it, Seka? Because I know you were contemplating getting the constellations or Eidolons. Bleh. Okay, here comes the really scary part. Although I've heard that it caps at like wave 40, like it doesn't actually get any harder than that. So if you can make it to around 40, you pretty much just have to keep hitting start the next one. So I'm hoping, because we're at like wave 36, so I'm hoping that it works out. If I end up losing, we may just do something else. Like it's such a huge tie effect. But yeah, I went for it, but got killed by Blade. I gotcha. That is unfortunate. I really want more of these to show up, honestly. I really do. That's 3 out of 4 50 feet that lost on Blade to Blade on Saber's banner. By that's crazy. The amount of stellar reunion characters and it's always Blade. I don't have blade, so I would have been fine losing to him instead of whoever I lost. I think it was Capard. When in doubt, I always just think I end up losing to Capard because I end up losing to Capard. So yeah, I would have been much happier with Blade than Capard. But what can I do? You're definitely gonna get it though later after I finish my Evernight whaling.
Time to get back to work.
Gotcha. Zeka, do you have Castris? I don't know, because obviously, like, Evernight's not out yet, and they can change this whenever they want. But I'm pretty sure Evernight's supposed to be a support for Castris. It would actually be super sick if after
All right.
if after round 40
Whatever
they
you have
don't
to
send any
next.
more Sentinels. That'd be so nice. The Sentinels are what cause these red things, and I can't place anything on them unless if I use up these, which I have 89 of them, which sounds like a lot, but you actually burn through them pretty quick. On top of the fact that if there were to be red stuff right here, it would automatically destroy these turrets, and I wouldn't get the money back for like removing them. And obviously, I want to remove anything that's not being used because then that increases my compound interest. So, yeah, those things are like the only really annoying thing. Everything else is like pretty manageable, I'd like to think. So, we want just about. Although, unironically, when you end up doing this enough, you get some really good angles. Of course, I'm not really paying attention to get anything other than the ceiling because that's where I have to like micromanage exactly where everything's being placed, or else these guys are going to walk right through what I'm trying to do, which is so very fun. Yeah. I'm getting more nervous. The closer we get to 40, I'm gonna get a lot more nervous every time. Bro, I literally said... What? I mean, yeah, I remember you have Saber and Heislands, because, like, you talk about them all the time. But I'm not gonna remember everyone's team, I'm sorry. But yeah, because you just, like, never talk about Castros. So I didn't know. I mean, like, I did know. You showed me the video. But we watched a lot of videos that day. There we go. Cool money, let's go. You also, if you fat finger G and it like starts the round, you're cooked. Your entire round's just cooked. I've done that a few times. Luckily, I've gotten actually really lucky with the tactics that I've gotten. So I have roughly 4,000 more than the guy who's doing the tutorial. So I can like if needed, spam down a few things just to make sure that I'm able to get through everything. If they make it farther than they're supposed to or something like that. I consider getting Cerudra for Phanon, but after thinking about it, I really don't use Phanon on it. Yeah, that's just kind of the unfortunate part. That Cerudra's so specific. It's not. If you don't, like, invest super heavily into Phanon, like, it's just not worth it. I almost always use Saber and Cassie over him, and Phanon one Sunday off of Saber's team. Exactly. Ew, I actually love this corridor. This corridor is so much fun. Because they all just get ejected, and they all just immediately get taken care of. It's so nice. Yep. Yeah, that's like the irony of it, right? Like, I love Inforius. It's really good. Still don't have an Inforius character. I mean, you could, like, maybe count Trailblazer, I guess. You could. But I don't, because he's not, like, from Inforius. It's just his path. So that's just kind of funny. But yeah, still don't have a character from Inforius. I guess that's also just the problem of them not releasing any 4 stars whatsoever. Although that seems to be the trend with, like, a lot of gacha companies, it seems. Like, Wuthering Waves also doesn't release any 4 stars. So, I don't know, maybe that's just a trend across the entire market. Not entirely sure. Yeah. Zenless is the only one that, like, still keeps up with the A ranks. They don't make them too often, but I don't think they have to. But I mean, Zenless is also coming out with Monato, who's... Well, he's coming. So, I use him for fun, but not when it's time to swim. Right? See, like, these are really gonna mess me up because in the tutorial I'm watching, there's no reds here. So I'm gonna have to expend, like, a lot of these to get to put them where I need to be. Because this guy, and I can put the link in chat if anyone wants to watch it and do it. But, like, this guy's super specific. So he's maximizing the amount of credits he's getting from his compound interest, which is, like, you can tell this guy's done this a lot to try and experiment for the viewers, which is always really nice. Also an A rank up is split between 2 instead of 3. Pretty easy to get M6 right away. Right? I do really like that. I remember when I pulled for Yishun, I was like, well, hopefully I get Panda. And then I got M6 Panda in like 40 pull. Because I don't know if it's a Zenless thing, but I get a lot of like double A's when I do temples. I don't know if that's just a Zenless thing or whatnot, but it's very epic. Speaking of Zenless, oh yeah. Did my infection work?
Time to get back to work.
Bella's, what? Going after the younger sister, I see. You know, I'm not that surprised. Hee hee. What? What? This is something I said. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, Seka. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Usually the ones where it's just the two exits are relatively okay. Unfortunately, the next two waves, maybe it's just 40, I don't know, but 40 I'm really scared for. Like, really scared. Because if I can make it through 40, then it's supposed to be like super easy after that. Maybe not super, but it's supposed to be a lot easier. So I really just have to make it through 40. I just gotta make it to 40. Sounds like I'm talking about my age. Like, as long as I can make it to 40, I'm gonna be okay. It's actually really cool. I'll get that for the first time.
Time to get back to work.
Did you watch the HSR live stream? I did not get the chance. Would you like to inform me? But no, unfortunately, I didn't get the chance. Which is... yeah, it's fine, I guess. Because it's not very long, I think. Let me see, because I'm subbed to their channel, so like yes, 3 minutes. Oh, that's the trailer. That's not the... ow. Yeah, unfortunately, I did not get the chance to.
All right. Where are we off to next?
Okay, round 39. Yay! I'm gonna be so sad if I fail this. I'm going to be so sad. Teehee. Run. Well, hello there, Xavier. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you. And hello to you as well, Steins. I think I might have missed your hello to answer your question. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we've already like looked. These guys are starting to straggle. You're doing good, fantastic. Did that guy just fall through the map? Lonely over here in Twitch land? Yeah, unfortunately, Twitch seems to have not been working at the moment. We're finally gonna be able to replay old missions. Can't wait to replay the log. That would be really cool. That's really exciting. I'm free from getting. Really now. Oh, and then there's an enemy that's like perma-stun down here. Poor guy. I can now pull for Evernight. Are they giving out a Lycon or something? Yeah, see, I think Lance is in both. He just lurks in the one that's not as active. So. Do I want... I think that one is actually like really good though. Yeah, the lightnings are really important. So this is the hardest one, the hardest way from my understanding, and I'm really worried. But if I can get past this, it should be roughly smooth sailing, I hope. So yeah. Because they're all still funneling the same area. She heard us getting another rerun. She just had a okay. Well, she didn't just have one, but she had one kind of a while ago. She should not be next. Yeah, like she had a rerun in like 3.3 or 3. Yeah. Why? Like what? I mean, she's strong and she's popular, so like there's that. But why? I don't know. That's a little weird. The Herda and Anaxa. Anaxa makes sense. Anaxa's gotten a lot stronger with the amount of supports that he gets. Like he's supposed to be really good with Suridra. And then on top of the fact that he's just really good with the Herda because you can get another erudition for her. So is this where we just spam these down the line? It looks like this is where we just spam these down the line. And then those are still up there. Yep, we're spamming these. The herd is first half, not on accident. Right. Yeah, well, since we're placing all of these bomb rocks, that makes me really worried because a lot of constructs are why you're... If you place a lot of these, there's going to be a lot of constructs. Which is very scary. How's the big herd a Gunner bait? How? She's... What? Not only that, but DDD is also on Lycon banner. That is big, actually. That is big. We love DDD. I guess it looks like we're just alternating between these two. What? Caster's not getting her rerun. Hoyo has done that in the past. Well, they'll put a character and their best in slot support right next to each other on the same time. So it wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised if they rerun Castress or alongside Cyrene, because they've done that in the past with other characters. So they may be saving Castress for that, which would kind of suck. But at the same time, you can argue, like, if they wait to rerun Castress, no matter if they rerun her with Cyrene or whatnot, you have the option to save even more. So, like, there's that. But trying to get 2 premium 5 stars that quickly back to back is very unreasonable for free to plays. But again, they've done it in the past, so I'm not like super surprised by this action. Of course, that is if they decide to do it. They could not. It could be just something completely different coming down the pipeline. Who knows? We won't know until she releases. Then when will Hyacinth? She should be on the chopping block soon. Like, she should be coming soon. She hasn't had a rerun. Or am I right or no? This is the problem with me not pulling very often. I just don't look at the banners because I don't have the summons. So I'm always really shaky on who's coming out, who's had a rerun, who's done this. So, you know, does anyone... Because Hyacinth should have soon-ish. Because it's been a minute. Saying you'd rather not rerunning Castress. As good as DDD is, going solely for it by itself is a mess. Yeah, no, don't ever try and just get a 4-star. There's no 4-star guarantees. So it's always better to just save it and then hope you get it when you're going for a 5-star that you actually want. Much better option. Oh no, it's this thing. This thing scares me. There's another one that scares me, but I don't think he'll be like right here if he were to show up. So I'm hoping that he doesn't show up. Because these two suck. I'll go try and get... Do you have a reason to pull on the banner though, Xavier? That's the good thing about the rocks, is that they always explode even if they're disabled because they spawn in before he can... Yeah, see, there he is. He's right there. If you all can see him, he's right there. That's who scares me. Okay, good. I have to run very fast over here. Oh, it's this thing? Crap. Okay, this thing is what spawns the red. As long as he doesn't destroy my turrets. Okay, good, he didn't. See, round 40 is terrifying. I have to deal with 3 of these things? This sucks. Although that one's almost dead, so I'm hoping it doesn't do much. Okay, good, that one went. Okay, sweet. Okay, okay. We're... Crap, they got rid of some of my turrets. That sucks. We should have enough. I hope. That should spawn in because it has enough time. Yes. Okay, sweet. If Castress Cyrene, I mean, I don't... It would be absolutely diabolical if Castress, like, comes out and then they do, like, a rerun of Castress's premium team in, like, the triple banner thing that they'll do occasionally. That would be terrible. That'd be really bad for everyone. That really sucks that it got through. I hate these things.
Hmm. Hmm.
The harder Lycon, that's a good Lycon to go for. It makes her much more flexible with her skill point usage. Hyson should rerun 3.7. Yeah, she should be like coming up. I'll attempt either the Hurdle Icon or Evernight. I'm guaranteed on Evernight, so I'm for certain getting her. Good. We like guaranteed. At least there's a whole batch of farm. Also true. Also true.
Time to get back to work.
Yeah. I think my first, and honestly maybe even my only. Technically, they're giving Dong Hung for free. So technically, I will have an Enforced at that point. An Enforced character at that point. But the only character... this hurts my soul. But the first... Ew, that's terrible. A friend gave me an express pass a few days ago, so I should be set for it. That's super nice of them. Super nice. But yeah, I think the first Enforced character that I'm going to probably get that's actually from Enforced, not like an alternate form or like a different path of a character that we've already been established with, is probably going to be Cypher. And actually, since I feel like we've met all of the characters from Enforced that we're going to meet, like they're not going to pull another 5-star out of thin air and be like, this is Modithicus. He was actually before Cyrene and Saridger, and he fought this Titan. And it's like, okay, bud. I don't think that they'll do that. But of course, Enforced is like huge, so they could obviously release more 5-star characters for it. But I don't know if they will. Enforced is nearing the end of its life cycle. Like we're starting to get stuff about 4.0 and things like that. So Enforced is going to be ending in a few updates. And when I say a few updates, like the updates span months, so like it's not soon or anything, but it is happening. So there's that. Yeah, like I'm completely cooked if I have to like redo most of this, because I just don't have the means to do it. I'm definitely gonna wail for every night. I hope that it goes well. Okay, so I have 30k here. I might have went a little too hard on the hold on. I went a little bit too hard on the money gathering ones. I should probably like snip it back and try and go for more offensive ones. Ha, I love it when they go down this corridor. It's actually so enjoyable. All right. I am not a whale, Steins. I am not. No, I am a free to play. Zeka's a whale. But I am not. My brain is thinking how Phanon would be power crept. Probably not for a long time. So, yeah. You're safe, Xavier, for quite a while.
All right.
That's going to take at least
Where are
one
we
more
off to
patch,
next?
right? You just keep telling yourself every time there's an update, just one more patch. Just one more patch. One more patch. Now, Phanon's going to be a character that it's going to be a little difficult to power creep. Now, I'm sure that they will at some point. Like, HSR's terrible with their power creep. But I'm also not super surprised by this action. Yeah. Because, like, Phanon is really similar to, like, kind of how Acheron is in the story. And Acheron's still relevant, although not as relevant as she used to be. So he's kind of like that. I think he's always going to be relevant. He's just going to not be as usable in everything. Like, you used to be able to just throw Acheron at everything and she would do really, really well. Now she can do everything. She just can't do it perfectly. I think eventually Phanon's going to turn out to be like that. But it's going to take them a long time to get there. By a long time, I mean at least 4.2. Power creep is a real thing, but it's nowhere near as bad as people say. It kind of depends on the character, but yeah. Vito's over a year and a half old by now. And he's still... Right. Will be a day is a good way to say it. Investment and skill can bridge that gap. To an extent, yeah. Like, I wouldn't... If someone came to me and they were like, help, I can't clear in-game content, please help me. And in-game content, let's just say, for example, being floor 12 MOC 3 stars. They want a 3-star MOC 12.
Time to get
And
back to
they're a
work.
returning player, and they did floor 11, 2 stars. They want to try floor 12. And their characters are all characters from before patch 1.5. You're probably not clearing it with those characters. Characters don't fall off overnight. No, they don't. But it's like, if you look at my HSR account, half the roster you're not using anymore. Contrary to pop. Yeah, no, it takes a long time. Like, it took...
All right. Where are we off to next?
I want to say Jingle was really strong until about 2.4, I think, roughly. Because she just kind of got kicked to the curb when Acheron came out. And then she just got, like, bad. Her damage numbers weren't very good. So, yeah, it doesn't take one patch to just kill a character. Because the HP is a steady increase. It's not like, oh, we're just going to go from 10 million to 40 million. And then, like, in a patch, they don't do that. Yeah, there are just some characters where it's like, help, I need to clear endgame, and they only have, like, these handful of characters. You're probably just not clearing endgame. I wonder if I'm just doing the line all the way down. I might just be doing this as a line all the way down. Okay. We are doing a mass removal. There we go. People say characters like Big Herta, Cassie, Faint on Saber will fall off in 3. No. No. The Herta's been out for over 3 months. And she's still really good. I still throw her at almost everything. She's... Yeah, no, that's an extreme. That's not true. But yeah, no. I think if the HSR power scaling were to be that bad, where a character were to just not be usable after 3 months, I probably wouldn't pull any more on the game. I'd probably still play it because I do like the story, but I would very much take a more casual approach to it, where I don't log in every day to do my dailies, and I literally just log in, play the game a little bit, have fun, leave it again. Casters and the Herta do amazing. Can't say much about Fanot since I barely use them in the first place. Right. So this is round 41. This is supposed to be easier than what I just did. So I hope that it works. I also keep fat fingering F instead of G, which I'd rather have that happen, but yeah. The characters don't get weaker per se. It's the HP inflation and counter mechanisms to the boss, and new characters having better multipliers and new mechanisms. The problem is just that they're old. Yeah, like they don't... It's not like they go, Jingli is 3 years old now, time to make her do 5% less damage. They don't do that. It's just like, as the boss's HP increases, the older characters don't increase with it. Which is why they went through and they buffed old characters. Like, they went through and they gave Kafka, they gave Silverwolf Blade, and Jingli a buff. Because they needed it. Like, really bad. I really do not like the airburst thing. It's so fickle when it wants to work and when it doesn't want to work, which is really scary because a lot of the later floors are going to consist of me just using that over and over again, which is scary. Yeah, I admittedly I don't look at Prodman very much. Not because I just actively avoid it, I just forget that it exists. So. Yeah, I don't know. We're having a lot of fun. If it actually doesn't change where they're coming from, I think we're in the clear for most of the rest of the run, I think. I hope if that is actually the case, I'm gonna be so happy because I just get to sit here and just keep spamming G and then talk to chat. That'll be great. I'd love that. Yeah, get out of here. Shoot, thank you. You're scaring me, Smalls. Hee hee. True. Yeah. I mean, like, because I read something, or not really read, but I watched something a while ago, and it was like, and I don't know if this is true. This could be completely untrue. I don't want to think that it's true, because maybe, it just sounds wrong. But most HSR players, and this may go for gacha in general, but the video is about HSR. But most HSR players only level up their characters' traces to 6, and that's it. And it's like, I can understand that. Traces are not the be-all end-all. Like, you'll get more power from your relics long-term than you will your traces. But, like, personally for me, I don't see a point in not maxing out your traces. Because it's just that little bit, because it's a guaranteed increase in damage. Yeah, exactly. I go all the way. So I can understand not doing, like, you don't have to upgrade Ruin May's auto, for example, to 6. But I mean, you can. There's no harm in not in doing that. But yeah, it'd be like, I don't understand people that are like, my saber doesn't need to have an ult maxed out. I got a 9, sometimes 10. Yeah, but you're going farther than 6, because 9 out of 10 is like completely reasonable. If you don't want to spend the galaxy compasses, makes total sense. On the other hand, 50,000. On the other hand, no, I can't get this anymore. No. It's leveling up from 6 to 7 just takes weekly mats. Just fight weekly bosses. Borrow characters if you can't fight them on your own. I love hot chocolate. Like one of my friends says his big Herta feels bad. How? I love my big Herta. But his relics only have one or two at most undesirable substats. And the rest of his substats are dog. Adventuring has a 2-piece attack. That's crazy. Zeko. That's crazy. 2-piece attack percent? Everyone watch out. DPS Adventuring. He does damage if you build him with defense, though. Yeah, he's def scaling. Like, his traces are mostly fine. Like, again, 5 to 8's fine. I just don't understand leaving, like, so, like, Castrus's damage. Or actually, here, I'll go with a character that I know. A lot of Kafka's damage comes from her E and her ult. Her E procs dot, her ult applies a lot of dot, and it does shock. So it makes no sense to leave her ult and her E at 6. That you're missing out on 4 levels of scaling for her main damage areas. So I don't know. Like, again, I understand not wanting to use the galaxy compasses, and especially if you're a new player and you have a lot of new characters that you have to build. Totally get it. You can skimp out on some of the traces. You don't have to max it out. But when you kind of get settled and you have it, and your characters have relics that work for now, maybe go back to the teams that you really like and max out the traces, and then go from there. That's just me. Anyways, all right. Thank you for stopping by, Xavier. Really appreciate it. Have a good day. I'm amazed you're still friends with it. That's diabolical. And then he wonders why he struggles. Yeah, I mean, like, and to be fair, I also am really bad about reading all of what my characters do. A lot of it is just spark notes of what I see. I'm gonna admit I'm not good about reading what they do. But I always check with other sources when I start building characters. I don't ever just assume, like, because you know, because there was a video, and this video is actually one of the reasons why I don't think that you should pre-farm for characters that we know nothing about. Now, HSR has been really nice, and they start releasing the materials for characters before they come out, so you can pre-farm for that early. But I'm talking about before that becomes a thing. This guy, when Genshin Impact was just, I don't remember. I think it was around when Fontaine was really, really new, and they released Farina for the first time. This guy farmed like 90,000. Like 90,000 energies worth of artifacts for Farina. For her to not want that set. It was one of her worst sets. And it's like, I feel really bad for the guy, because that's a lot of energy. And he was really excited. But you really should have just waited a couple more days. But the video ended up getting like 500,000 views, so in his opinion, it was probably still really worth it. So, makes sense. Oh, we finally get to go through here? Heck yeah. I love it when we go through this corridor. This corridor is a great choke point. Except for the fact that, like, this crap's everywhere now. Okay, so we are getting rid of this. Yeah, most players don't do their dailies. This is not to bash, but you have to filter when talking about an in-game. Yeah. Like, I mean, that makes sense, yeah. And some people are casual, and that's okay. Games are meant to be fun. They're not meant to feel like a job. Okay, we're getting really close to the end here, which is kind of scary. Eventually, this thing's going to be swapped for the blue one, because at some point, I just don't do damage anymore. My damage becomes negligible, which is always really fun. A friend in Genshin doesn't have any exploration. To an extent, I understand that. Genshin's exploration is very slow and tedious. However, I think if I were to log on to my Genshin account again, I have all of Mondstadt, all of Inazuma, most of Liu, maybe the Chasm, none of Subaru, and that's about it. So like, I've been pre-farming Evernight's Chase Match since 3.4. That's scary. Conversely, Prod 1 has data on people who do endgame, and it shows that people absolutely... Yeah, like, I'm sure that the people that, like... I don't want to call them sweats, because that's probably an inaccurate term, but the people that try to... I guess min-max is a better term. The people that try to min-max their stuff absolutely max out their traces. And that makes sense, because, like, how else are they getting as high as they are? Because a little damage helps. It stacks up pretty quick. Is Evernight going to be your new Highlands? Ooh, maybe. People who don't farm good sets for characters and don't max their traces. Yeah, I'm sure that there are some people out there like that, yeah, but, like, I don't know. Face rolling their keyboards is a new term that I'm going to add to my dictionary. Yeah. I mean, maybe some people, like, maybe it's just the perception of it. I don't know. I love that meme. Random BS. I love that meme. But it may be just people's perception of it, because it's like, oh, it's just a silly little mobile game with anime characters. Why am I not clearing his content? You know, maybe that's the perception. I don't know. Because I don't know. I mean, like, Hoyo obviously has more data than we, just the players, do. Of course, like, there's no question about that one. But it would be cool to get a hold of that data. Just because I'm a computer nerd. But I think it'd be really cool to have that data. God, there's so much red everywhere. This is going to be such a... Like, if I have to put anything here, I'm cooked. Like, this is going to chew through my expensive stuff. Oh, this is gonna suck. Is he really gonna make me get rid of this stuff? I hope not. Okay. Heck. He's placing down. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, it goes a lot of compound, but I'm also like really fragile now. Yeah. I can 0 one cycle, honestly, because I put the effort, time, and investment in my team builds to be able to do so. Put in the time and effort to min-max my characters and to learn to pilot the team as efficiently as possible. And fast clears and perfect scores are my reward for my investment. 100%. This is gonna hurt. I mean, I have 99 of them, and I'm hoping that these guys start to show up less. I know I'm not seeing them in their hologram, so I'm hoping that it works out. I think maybe question mark. I don't know. I'm not seeing them. I think it's one of those things where they only show up like every 10 waves or so, roughly. It looks like it because they should be coming through that door, which is good. Yeah. This kind of does scare me, having the lack of defenses near the stasis. I don't like it very much. Interesting. Okay, before I start this, let's catch up with chat. There is a video on this topic, Arknight's Enfield. Interesting. I haven't heard that name in a minute. Basically, part of the reason it is because the culture developed in such a way that endgame is a means to a reward. Yeah, I mean, and that kind of makes sense. Like, as a gacha player, I do like getting all of my summons from it because I'm a free to play. Like, I need I need to have and if I can't get them, it's kind of a unlucky river ducky kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, like, that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of Zeka's characters don't have eidolons. What are your thoughts on Iona? do we know anything about her yet? I mean, I know she's an arrow support, but that's it. Do we know anything beyond that? I don't think so.
All right. Where are we off to next?
So players approach endgame with a fast food mentality, and ironically, the people who are chill about I only do 6 stars DA for rewards tend to be the first to complain. Like, and I'll admit, the Divergent Universe scoreboard's actually really cool. I would like to see where I rank on it. But that's actually where I would probably stop. I just want to see where I would rank. I do like getting the rewards from it, if that makes any sense. I want all the rewards from it. But if I can't get it, it's because I'm not playing my teams right. So, yeah, I'm kind of in that weird middle ground.
Time to get back to
Hello,
work.
Zoe Scott. It's first time chatter. How are you doing today? It's nice to meet you. But yeah, I sit in that weird middle ground where it's like, I'm not going to grind DA to get a higher score. I would like to know where I am. But minimum, I would like to get all the rewards. But I'm also not going to complain if I don't get all of them. Because I'm not good enough to get them. Or I don't have the right teams. Or, XYZ. Which I guess I kind of have been complaining about not being able to complete it with my Miyabi team. But I'm more so complaining about the fact that it's just embarrassing that I can't clear it with my strongest team rather than it's a deadly assault kind of thing. It's more of a me thing. You think she should go with Cardathea? I think it's a little hard to tell.
Time to get back to work.
Because we don't know anything about her. When we know more about her, then we'll probably be able to provide a little bit more information. But yeah, if she's more of a universal, if she's more like Lupa where she has to be on arrow, then yeah, she's probably going to work well with Cardathea. So we got. I am from Septimont. Zoe, how long have you been playing gacha games? Also, if it's confusing, Zoe, I'm multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So if it sounds like I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to the other chat. So I promise I'm not that crazy. From Texas. Very nice. One of the biggest states in the United States of America. Texas. YouTube? Yes, sir. Ma'am. Yeah, I do. I'm multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So, if it sounds like I'm crazy and I'm talking to myself, I am crazy, but I'm not talking to myself. What you see, I can't understand. What? Okay, you need to stop. Why is he going so fast? It's that thing. There we go. Can I punch you over, please? Oh, yes, it worked. Haha. There is a rumor going around that Cardathea is going to tie, or at least be corrupted by the Black Tide. I can see her being corrupted, especially with her background and her history. I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, Kuro's fine with killing characters. I don't know if they're going to kill Cardathea, though. You know? At least, I hope not, because obviously I like Cardathea. But it could be. I don't know. It is a little hard. It is actually really hard for me to guess what's going on with Wuthering Waves' story. So, I can definitely see them doing that. Like, their stories... I don't know. Their story's not necessarily grittier and darker than HSR's. But, like, the tone is slightly different, if that makes any sense. So, I wouldn't expect HSR to kill characters. Unless if they're not playable. If they're not playable, then, they do that all the time. Yeah. I don't know if they're summoning the flies. I should probably go down there. That's a lot of TDs. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I was gonna get him off. I think the higher waves I go, the more my tacits are gonna scale. So I'm hoping. I think that's the reason why it's getting easier. It's because it's scaling faster. I hope. Ha, nerd. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I don't want to have to deal with more of them. I only have 99. I mean, I have 99, so it's not like I can afford to tank quite a bit of red. Um, Not that I want to. That's the hard part. I don't want to. Yeah. Well, with that said, with HSR having their dev live stream and like releasing trailers, I
Time
think
to get back to work.
we're getting close to the new update. Again, I don't look at the banners, so a lot of the times when there's a new update, it's like, oh, my game's updating. Okay, because I don't look at banners, but I don't have summons. That's one of the reasons why I'm able to uphold my. I don't pull unless I have the summons for it because I just don't open the thing. But yeah, so. By the way, I posted the Miyabi Yanagi clear, but I used Nicole instead of Rena. Shucks. I probably should build Nicole just because she's one of those characters that you can just put on a team if you need it and she'll do well. She's a really, really good support. But my Nicole's level 40, I think. But yeah, the defense shred's probably really helpful for stuff like that. Hello, Zerva. It's been a while. How you doing today? Neglected? Well, I mean, like, to be fair, to be fair, at the beginning of the game, I didn't realize just how good Nicole was. And I did get Rena as like my early 50 pity S rank, whatever you want to call it. So I just ended up using Rena, which I still don't regret. Rena's very good. So yeah, oops. Then I should probably build her just to like have her just in case. I can just load. You can just load the discs. Core F isn't too. I mean, do I have to level up like her E or anything like that kind of thing? Her cores I should have enough to just do. maybe not her weekly mats. Probably not her weekly mats, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think do I even have enough time to like actually build Nicole? I'm assuming she wants the new set, right? With the energy recharge or whatever. Because if that is the case, I kind of have them pre-farmed, but they're not very good. I could just snag arenas. Per chance, per se, per maybe. I used to be a streamer too, but these days I'm busy with work, so I don't really get the time anymore. I feel that. I really do. Oh, what did you use to stream, Zoe? Like what, gaming, recreational kind of stuff? Mm-hmm. We're making the focal choke even tighter. I can do that. Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm kind of like that really weird person where it's like, if I want to build a character, I want them to have their own set. Like, I don't want them to have to keep borrowing from others, which is a big reason why I always try to pull weapon, so that I don't have to worry about multiple teams having different weapons and stuff like that. But with the disc set being so new, like, that's fine. I just have to remember to swap it back and not be like unga bunga about it, because if I end up going back to using Rena and not realizing that she's not doing anything, be a little bad. That'd be actually really bad. So, yeah. But I can definitely try. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do... Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Do it. These bots are very persistent. They're very fun. I'm fine with character sharing sets. Yeah, I'm just really stingy. Like, that's really what it is. Like, it's not a really big deal. That's just how I am. That's fine for DPS. Supports have such generic requirements that having a personalized set doesn't really matter. That is also true. That is also true.
All right. Where are we off
ZZ
to
doesn't
next,
have the
then?
loadout, so it makes tedious things. So it's the most tedious thing in the world, right? Yeah. What stems from me, like the reason why I don't like sharing, because it stems from back when I played Genshin. Because there was a sword, and if you play Genshin, you probably know the sword I'm talking about. The sacrificial sword that 18 bajillion characters wanted, and because it was a 4-star, you weren't guaranteed to have it. So I had like 4 different characters that had to have this sword, one of them being Qingqiao. So it was just like, this is why getting the weapon. And of course, back then, you just should never, ever, 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 ever summon on Genshin Impact's weapon banner. You still probably shouldn't. But then when I heard about HSR's updated weapon banner, where it's 75-25 and you do get 50-50, or well, 75-25 and you get guarantee after you lose, I was like, I'm gonna go for weapon. That way I don't have to worry about swapping anything. And then that like sentiment of I don't want to have to swap anything kind of bled over into the artifacts. But yeah, I'm just like really finicky with my stuff. I've come to realize I'm like a cranky old man. And Zeka, you're wrong. Nope, that's too far. There we go this way. when we end up stacking a bunch of stuff right here, it always scares me because I know that means that they're gonna get really close, like really, really, really close. And I don't have very much HP left. After Wuthering Waves, 75-25 on Weapon Banner feels even worse. I'd rather take the 75-25 over 50-50. Like, I mean, obviously, yeah, like having guarantee is like huge. I'd love that. But it is still better than some gacha games. So it's just kind of dependent. Makes sense. Habits are tough to break. That is, yeah. Yeah. It's also just one of those things where it's like, if I change the sets and then I start streaming, I'm not going to remember I changed the sets. So then I'm just going to continue to use Rena at super low bar value because I forget. And Rena's the support, so you don't really see her. Like, if I swapped Meowby set, it'd be pretty obvious immediately that she doesn't have the right set. Or she doesn't have a set. But yeah. I've lost every single 75-25 in ZZZ and contemplated quitting over it. Actually, I do have someone in my chat that has quit Zenless over that because the same thing happened to them. And that's very fair. That is the big reason why I always save until guarantee, because I don't want to have to deal with losing and then not being able to get the thing that I need. But I know that I'm a unique case when it comes to that kind of thing. Not everyone wants to do that. So that makes total sense. Yeah, it would be nice if they guarantee, but I just don't think Hoyo's gonna let that happen. It just doesn't make sense for Hoyoverse. So I don't have such weakness, right? You streaming tomorrow? Yes, we are streaming tomorrow. Absolutely. I'm going to be throwing myself in a hologram 18 bajillion times because I'm not going to know how to counter outside of Zombie. I had similar problems for training helps. For example, the reason I can share sets between my supports is because I have 3 sets for easily. Yeah, right. I guess if I farm... I guess it's not too bad because I can always just... Maybe Nicole... I don't know what substats Nicole wants. I'm assuming it's just the generic support stuff.
To get back to work.
But if Nicole wants Rena... I can just give Nicole Rena's old set and she can just keep it until we farm the new set enough. Saving makes sense, but it's saving what? It's 360. So yeah. I mean, it is a lot. And it takes a long time. 100%. There's a reason why a lot of my summon videos come in bursts, because it takes a while to save. What are we doing tomorrow? Yes, I'm going to keep throwing myself into the hologram to see if I can beat all the difficulty 6 bosses.
All right. Where are we off to next?
I don't know if I will. I'm not gonna... I'm gonna stream a little longer than I usually do, just because there's a lot of bosses. But I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna end stream until I beat them all, because I may never beat them. I may never beat them. So, but yeah, we're definitely gonna try our absolute best to clear as many as possible, even if it does take a little longer than I usually stream for. I'll try and get up early. You have school, Jav. If you want to sleep in because you've been dealing with that, I totally understand it. Because it will absolutely be a video. Don't know when it's going to be posted, but it will be a video. And you get your computer back? That's super sick. We love that. God, this hurts. The amount of crap that's all just choked right here. It hurts. Yeah, I mean, because it takes 4 or 5 months of savings, Irma, for me to get enough summons. That is assuming that I do everything available, like HSR, for example. Every quest, every chest, every puzzle. The achievements that you can get, some of the achievements are locked behind limited time stuff that sometimes you just can't do. So yeah, roughly 3 to 4 months for a summon. Now I have to witness the suffering in real time. That is also true. You know, when you say suffering, that really fills me with confidence that I'm gonna do well. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the stream. You're kidding. There's already one coming. Oh my god, I hate these things. Ah. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the stream and just do every single boss until like 3 or something, because I'm assuming difficulty 3 is not too hard. So that'll be a decent way for me to try and like get the easy stuff over with, so it doesn't bloat the end of stream, and then towards like the middle end of stream, I'll be able to like actually contribute a little bit more. If that makes like any sense whatsoever. It actually worked. That's insane. Yeah, I need to come over here. I also need to like try and body block this guy. You can kind of stun them in place because they try to walk around you, but they're so slow they kind of can't. After a while, they'll just phase through you though, so you can like kind of stun them. You kind of can't though. Like after, yeah, so he's just gonna start phasing through me now. He's not gonna care that I'm in front of him anymore. I don't know if that's like intentional or whatnot. I have no idea. But he shouldn't make it too much farther than this. Please just don't get rid of my stuff. Okay, thank you. I'm not worried about one, like, measly little bowler hat thing. Okay, he's also coming... What HP is that thing at? Out of all the enemies, that is the worst one that you ever have to fight. Yep. Lance? Sorry, I kind of like just like... I acknowledged it and then blew past it. The video about the full clear. Did you, is it public or do I need a code to watch it? Because I think... Because I'll probably watch it. Also, do you just happen to show your character stats in the video, or do you just do the fight? Okay, is it going to let me get in front of you? It will. Okay, good. It did not let me get in front of him very long, though. He shouldn't make it super far. Okay, cool. Very unfortunate that he made it this far. I was really hoping he'd, like, die on the stairs, so that way he wouldn't corrupt, like, anything at all. Now he's going to corrupt so much stuff. It's so unfortunate. Yeah, that sucks so much. Like they just tanked all of this out of my thing. Oh no. Luckily they didn't touch these, which is good. This is so stinkers. I can't even buy that because it's so expensive. It's public, and yeah, stats at the end. Gotcha. If it's public, I should be able to just do this, actually. One more pull out of context. 600 views. I'm so honored. So honored. Alright, I have the video. You're about to be running your market solo for the next 4 days? Like, you have no helpers whatsoever, or you just don't have anyone qualified to help run it? Because, like, I mean, either way, that sucks. Like, a lot. That was really unfortunate. Straight solo, that's insane. How did they let that happen? That's way too much for one person. Yeah, the problem is that I can't hold anymore. I have... How many of these do I have? I have 89, so I guess I could buy some of them. You have to be stocked up on this. Yeah, I don't know how they let that happen. That's crazy. That's 17,000. That's 17,000. That's so much. Then yeah, I don't really care too much about any of this stuff. Who'd have thought that making it around 99 would take so much effort? So much time, actually. Yeah, unfortunately, none of this survived, which is about right. I have 4 people on medical leave, and the last one is on suspension. Yeah, I guess you can't really do anything about medical leave, can you? That is really unfortunate, though. That's not right. There we go. That's better. Nope, I still did it wrong. There we go. So, Zeka, are you like a district manager or something? Like you have the entire area? Or... Because it sounds like you're uber important. If I missed you, yeah, no, I completely understand. No, you don't ever feel like you have to show up. Completely get it. No, just want to mark it. Gotcha. The red floor blends in with the corroded area. This event would actually be like impossible if they didn't refund 1-to-1 the stuff that it takes to get rid of. Like if I were to spend 400 to place this thing down, I'll get 400 back if I take it, like peel it up and I take it away. If they didn't let that happen, This would be a whole different event. It would also be significantly harder. Just about right, I think. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I'm still going to be doing this even after stream. I have like 3 hours left of this. This is insane. It takes forever to do. Well, this is not going to go well. Oh, I could have gotten both of them. No, I floundered. Okay, they got pushed off anyway. Sweet. There we go. Okay, we made it through. We got through this. This sucks. Like, I don't want this one. This one's bad. I don't want this. Why? I don't want their attack reduced, like, at all. I mean, I guess eventually I'm just gonna run out of stuff to pick up, so, like, I really just don't want to deal with it. It's supposed to be easier once you get to 40 because the things start scaling a lot higher. Like your like towers, I guess you can call them, start scaling like a lot higher. I can kind of see it, but still a little scary. Also, I'm starting to do very little to no damage, which is always super epic. So I may be having to swap to my freeze gun in a minute after this. Or like shortly after this, probably, to an extent. I don't know. That's big epic. I see that there. This is a bigger problem, though, so we're going to get rid of that. Occasionally, they'll hit that lip, and they'll just fly back up onto the thing, and it's, like, really annoying. Because you're supposed to be gone if you fall off the map, not just come back whenever you feel like it. So it's yeah, I'm doing so little damage. It's not even funny. It's so inaccurate. I hate that thing. It's so annoying. I mean, we won, which is nice. Oh my gosh, Q money. There we go. I don't know if I want anything from this shop. Probably not. I don't think so. Because there's no corruption areas. How many of these do I have? I have 99. I can't hold anymore, so yeah. Goodness gracious. I mean, I do really like this choke point. The problem is that they use it so much. I have, like, there's all this red crap on my screen now. It's gonna take so much to get rid of. I mean, I have 99 of them, but the reason why it's like, oh no, is because the cost of the things to get rid of them goes up as the rounds do. So even though I have 99 of them, the things that create this are going to spawn more, which means I'm going to need to use more, which means I'm going to need to spend more. And all of my machines are scaling off how much I have, so I want to keep my number as high as possible. So it's really unfortunate. My last day off was... Do you get weekends? At least, right? Surely you get weekends. I'm averaging 60. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, that's like... Ouch. I mean, sure, that's like overtime every paycheck. Which I guess if you think of it like a good thing, I mean that helps funnel the gambling addiction. But at the same time, like that's wow. No weekend, that's insane. That's yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I need my funny little gamba. The last day out. Well, I mean, like, I thought that meant like as like a break, and you just get weekends anyway. But yeah, no, that's insane. That's yeah, no, that's. Mm-mm. Okay, I should have all these still up. I do, which is good. I'm not. A part of me just wants to keep leaving all the defenses up, so that way I don't have to keep removing them. But I remove them so that I can get this number as high as possible to get the most amount of return possible. Whereas I kept it, I would be down like 20,000 credits or something, which is obviously not good. I need them to scale as much as possible. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like, they gotta make it worth your while somehow, right? Because that's just insane. But that also does help fuel the gamba. That's true. Okay, let's lock in. Usually those take a minute to spawn, so I can kind of just sit here and then snipe these guys as they're coming out, I hope. Like that. Oh, yeah, look at that. That was a lot of them. Let's go. That was a hefty sum. Again, now they're starting to spawn over here, so I gotta go back this way. Although they're not spawning anything super difficult. Vault. I could probably yip over here really quick. I know those guys are already dying, so never mind. Yep. So. Hee hee. Do you think I can? I can. Gotcha. There's no way he's coming back from that. Good. Do I just take this? Like, do I really just take this? Because I think 24 is the max. So I guess I just take this, which is so annoying. I don't want my stuff attack decreased, like, at all. Although we are really close to around 50, which is nice. Then I only have to do 49 more. The path hasn't changed. Okay, we just go again. This is like I know it's supposed to be easier after round 40. Like I don't think the tacit discord scale any higher, but it's still like slightly nerve-wracking to have to deal with all this stuff. Because like if I lose 5 hours down the drain, get nothing to show for it. I mean, like technically my funny little card goes up, but I don't really care about the card going up. I want the number to say 99. Why? Because I'm cringe like that. But yeah, I'm not too worried about those guys that are gonna get pushed by that. Yeah. Oh goodness gracious. Can I do that? Yeah, I got most of them. And I really would have liked to got that one because that guy's gonna spawn like 4 more enemies. But it's not the end of the world. These guys don't have the most amount of HP. The problem is actually that thing right there. At this rate, I'll be able to gift you. That is true. That is true. But you can also back out of that whenever you wish. I'm not gonna like. If you decide to not want to do that, I'm not gonna get mad. Like that's okay. It's very nice of you. We just sit here and we just keep hitting this guy. I might be able to hit him like that. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so that's round. Sweet. Round 50. I mean, 20% attack increase is nice, but like, here. Let's see. Oh, goodness.
Time to get back to work.
Yeah, we have to deal with the really big annoying guys now. Which is always so much fun. Although, I guess without it, like, this thing would be way too easy, so... So it's like every... it's about every 5 and 10. It's just... really just wants you to suffer. There we go. Yep, now we do the thing where we spam a lot of bomb rocks. Yeah, this is gonna be so unfortunate. All of my money's gonna go down the drain right here. I have most of my turrets up though, so that should be good. Getting those high slumps idle ones that you're not getting out of it. I appreciate it. It's very nice of you.
Time to get back to work.
Here, go all the way down here. All the way down here. But at the same time, it's like, why not just use them for, like... You could take those Eidolons and you could use them for, like, your saber. Or maybe March. Something like that. Dang it. I messed it up. Ah, there we go. And then we do that one. Nope, that one. There we go. Where is it? It's like right here. Okay, never mind. It's this. So the thought process is to try and stall that thing, because that thing creates this red stuff. If I can stall him in the same spot repeatedly, it's not going to negatively affect my turrets like up there or anything anymore. That's the hope. But if it'll actually come into practice, I don't know. That's better. Okay, there we go. Now we're actually like... I got that wrong the entire time. Oof. That's not good. Because that should be lined up kinda well. Yeah, it's kind of lining up. Kind of not really. Only a little bit. Hmm. Because Saber's probably going to be gone by the time Heistland's reruns for one thing, and second, my Saber. I mean, your Saber is already cracked, hitting 7 million a shot. That is very true. Okay, this is where things are starting to heat up. I'm having to place like 3 of them down now. That's better. Yeah, this is so scary. Like these rounds where the big guy spawns is terrifying. Because if he explodes wrong, if there's people behind him and he explodes wrong, they're all getting through. All of them. Which is never fun. Goodness. This is stressful. This is a tower defense game. This is stressful. Okay, well, let's go. I have 83 of these, so hopefully it works out. Before they spawn, I want to get in front of these guys, and I want to try and isolate them. I want to isolate that thing so he takes all the damage. To the best of my ability. And then hopefully if I can get in front, that'd be great. I want to get rid of anything that's going to make him go faster. Anything and everything that's going to make him go faster.
Efficiency above all.
Okay, I gotta go up here now. Bro, that's sticky. Oh, you're already here? That's insane. I can't push you back either. He's taking considerable amounts of damage, which is nice. Unfortunately, it's not going to let me body block him either. Yeah. That's so unfortunate. Okay, I trust that they can handle those two things. I hope. I'm just gonna keep walking with these guys. I think he also adds this red stuff, but he has less HP, so the other guy will also provide shields, so he ends up shielding himself periodically. And then a one around him, which is really not fun. Yeah, like he just got rid of all of that crap. Maybe I shouldn't have put that there, because he may just like get rid of them all again. But those things are by far the worst. They suck. Oh, the guy, yes, the guy we did get him. Unfortunately, he took like all of my freeze jets here, but I'll take it. I'll take it 100%. That was very rough. There we go. What do we want to buy? I mean, I want to stay on top of this stuff. I don't like this. I guess if I get all of them, then it kind of equals out because it's 30% across the board, but then it's like 90% buff. I don't know. Because these are the only two that I have left for this section. Um, I guess I don't really, because these don't do damage, so it doesn't really matter. I just don't take them because they're gonna nerf the people on the ceiling that are actually doing damage. And I don't think I guess I can't just take these. Because if it gets them out of the way faster, I think that's a good thing. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, now they're coming the different way, so we need to go this way. Actually, I can also probably just get rid of that and these two things. You can see my cursor show up for like 2 seconds. It's kind of goofy. Those are gone. Hmm. I can like it does feel easier. Like they're not. I can tell that the Tesla swords aren't scaling, or they're not scaling as much. Um, but to think that I still have to do. Again, it makes sense that they're making me scale. Like they're making me change like this stuff around every time. Because you do want to maximize your profit. You want to maximize the compound that you get for your lean too. But like, that's in the wrong spot. Nope, that's in the wrong spot. Actually, no, this is in the wrong spot. This needs to be over one. There we go. Let me do this, and we do this. I am on wave 51 of 99. Like, I knew for a fact that I was not going to get this done this stream. But yeah, I did put a very, very massive dent in it, which I do appreciate. Because, like, in order to get from wave 1 to 55, or 95, 99, sorry, it takes 5 hours, roughly. So the dent that I put in this is roughly 3 hours, which means that I'm halfway there. Which means I'm, like, a little over halfway, which is really, really nice. Also, Cypher sucks. You're wrong. It's just purely inaccurate. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the tacit discords don't scale anymore, and then it's just up to, like, me. Like, my things are scaling, because for every wave that goes up and the amount of monies that I have, my things do more damage. And they have, like, more crit rate and stuff like that. So I think that that's ultimately a huge thing. If these guys don't scale, but I continue to scale, that may be why this is easier long term. I don't know. Oh, did I get 3 of them? I got 3 of them. Let's go. The healer ones are really annoying. They'll heal most TDs to full HP, which is obviously not ideal. There's 25 left. 25 of them are already here. I wonder if I can do this, actually. I mean, I can, but I didn't do it well enough, so I'm probably going to avoid that one. I wish I could upgrade the shooter more. I'm really only doing, like, a small sliver. Like, eventually I will have to swap this out for the freeze one, because at some point I just don't do damage anymore, which is always super fun. So, yeah, we're kind of... our damage is falling off pretty bad. Although I am up to 55,000, which is nice. The end goal is 100,000, so, like, we're getting there. Which is always really nice. Now on to wave 52. And we go again. Oh, these guys have the crystal flies. Ugh. Not good start. I'm gonna try and hold on to to my... That would have been a sentence. I'm gonna try and hold on to the Gusta guy in hope. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes they'll get hit here. They should die, but they don't. And they just kind of strut all the way through, which is really annoying. But yeah. Okay, there we go. That got rid of quite a bit of them. Erg. This is... Again, I'm not in any real threat. They're not even making it through the first chokehold. Still slightly scary. It's just... You know. Because if I lose, that's 3 hours that I've spent trying to do this down the drain. I'm probably going to continue doing this off stream. I need to make a thumbnail for tomorrow's stream, although I don't know how to do it yet. I mean, I know how to make a thumbnail. I just don't know how to convey the fact that I'm soloing all of them in one stream. So I don't know. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
All right. Where are we off to next?
It's so much. It's so much. Okay, and they're going the other way, so we get rid of all these. Again, I would like to just leave them there, but then this number doesn't go up as fast, and I would not be at 66,000 if I did not keep removing them, because then it compounds slower, much slower. So that is why. Although, it looks like... If I put one here, will it? Ugh. Barely. Probably not worth it. I like looking over at chat, and the first thing I see is... The first sentence is that, Zaka. That's great. I will read that message all the way through in just a second, though. Let's see if I did this right the first time. Looks like I did. Sweet. Hmm. I don't understand the point of the tail, because it's like 3-3-2-2. I don't understand if there's like a point to doing it specifically like that. But who knows. And just to make sure, these are all okay, which is good. I was lucky and none of the big bads actually made it that far. Okay, so before I start this, let's read the rest of Seka's message. Wolfie? What do you mean Wolfie? You mean Hule? Also, Saber being there for HSR is kind of goofy.
All right. Where are we off to next?
Because, you know, Saber is actually from Fate. But I get what you mean. Okay. So I can do that. Get rid of... Yes, I got all three of them. Let's go. So they aren't spawning up there yet. I have to keep my eye on that. Okay, good. It did just go away. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Down to 29. I need to go up there really soon, but I want to hang back and get rid of, like, these guys. There we go. Okay, good. Sweet. Let's go. Silver Wolf. Gotcha. I thought about it, like, after I said it, I was like, you probably need Silver Wolf. But it's a funny little bit, so that's fine. Okay, and it's just this guy left. That wasn't super bad. All right. Okay. I don't think we can go any higher than this. So we'll save and leave, and then I really just, like, today I just kind of wanted to get further in that because it takes so long, and that did put a huge dent in it. I think she'd be too busy playing video games. Like, honestly, I think she'd just be too busy playing video games, trying to beat the Trailblazers' high score, even though she can't. Because, you know, we're just shrimply better. About 132 summons. I can have 29 here. 26 days until those are refreshed. Being able to buy a Resonance Chain is super, super sick. Although it's not really worth it. 29 plus 132. I can do math. I just don't feel like it. 161 plus 15. So I have 176 summons. So I'm getting very close to guarantee again. Problem being, I need 90. So 180 minus 176, which is, that's 4. Plus 80. So I need 84 more summons until I can get another character. So I actually have enough to... I'm very close to getting Jeshi already. She just has to rerun. Hopefully not next banner, though, because I don't think I have enough. There may not be enough events and, like, stuff to explore. Maybe if I, like, locked in and I explore the rest of 1.0, I might be able to get enough to guarantee weapon or get close to guarantee weapon. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm nearing the completion of my second team as well. Because this team is done. Carlotta actually doesn't need Shorekeeper anymore. Zani's crit rate is actually lower now than Carlotta, so Zani gets to keep Carlotta.
Hopefully, we'll make new findings.
Or sorry, Zani gets to keep Shorekeeper. Carlotta can have Verena.
Hopefully,
I do
we'll
need to
make new
fix
findings.
Verena.
I alone will decide whether it's for show.
I need to fix Verena,
Hopefully,
and then I
we'll
also
make
need to
new
try and build Jessie when she comes out. I'm working on getting all of her upgrade materials though, so working on it. Which reminds me, I need to see if the flowers have reset. I think the flowers are a weekly thing, so probably not. Doesn't mean that I can't try. So we're going to try. What are the flowers called? They are called Lanternberry. Okay. And I think they can actually be bought here. Yep. Hello. I really do need to do your quest at some point.
She found pharmacy here. Hello. What type of medicine are you looking for today?
So these must refresh every week, I think. Sweet. So we'll probably just... Are cooking materials supposed to be bought? I don't know. I figured I'd try. Because admittedly, I'm really bad about cooking. I never cooked in Genshin Impact. And I never cook in HSR, even though you can. And it does help sometimes. But yeah, no, I'm just really bad at cooking. I really just kind of neglect it, even though I really shouldn't. So I figured I'd experiment.
Perfect wind to glide.
Where isn't there some right here? Maybe not, I don't know.
Efficiency above all.
I can't fly now though. I can fly now.
I don't have
That's the
all
wrong
day.
button. That's why I hate this. No, I just wasted her ult. Also, first time using her ult this stream. Because she's just that strong. They have to be inside here, right? I guess I just have to look out for the green on the walls. This is what it sounds like. Is it here? It is here. Sweet. Okay, I can fly the rest of the way over there.
Efficiency above all.
Because I think I need 60 in total, I think. Yeah, I need 60 in total. So that's... I need 7 more. That's not too bad. We should be able to finish... What? Why can't I fly? I'm being robbed. Ah! In HSR, I had the daily commission set to the food you can auto-eat for daily farming stages. That is pretty smart. I always have my people go out and then get the character level up, Lycon level up, and the money. And then I always have the last one just get me whatever upgrade material I have the least amount of. And that seems to be working really well.
Perfect wind to glide.
I probably should have them stop farming credits because I have 86 million of them. But it's funny seeing the number go up so high. So I'm gonna keep doing that. At least for now, of course. That'll probably change later. It's really weird. I can't fly here, like, at all. Maybe it's because there's a quest nearby and I haven't done it. I don't know. That's gonna hurt. But yeah. I mean, if I had Acheron,
Efficiency above all.
I would be cooking a lot because you can get her traces and stuff through that. You can get her talent. Or you can get her technique out of combat by eating little snacks. So if I had Acheron, I'd be cooking a lot because you constantly want her to have her stuff. But yeah, I do not have Acheron, so I don't need to cook those resources.
Fine.
You can
Comes with
argue
the
that the
job, I
Herda can
guess.
also be used for that kind of thing. Because she will mark things on the map, but now they've been releasing their own version of like the chest finder inhibitor thingies that you can just have in your backpack. So it's not even that good of a technique anymore. It used to be really good because it was the only one that would do it. But now, a lot of characters, or you can just do it for free from your backpack.
Efficiency.
4. This is a puzzle, it looks like. 5. 6. 2 more. I see the last one. Sweet. I don't have to worry about flowers anymore. And then I get to think about a 3rd DPS, which is going to be really fun and also kind of scary because I don't know. Maybe I'll wait a little. So we do have 60. Sweet. Maybe I'll wait a little bit on thinking of like who to get as the 3rd DPS because I have to actually get Jeshi and then build Jeshi. So it kind of depends on how lucky I get while I wait for her because we know what relics she wants. So I'm not afraid to pre-farm for a character if they've already been released and we know what she actually wants to be built with.
Efficiency.
So there's that. But yeah, so I need to fix Verna. And I need to farm for Jeshi, and that's actually, yeah, that's all my energy. I can go back and I can like fine-tune characters, but I want to make sure that my teams are actually good before I start doing that. And to do that, who's Zeka, I think so I would answer that, but you're not going to believe me, which is like the duality we have going on, right? I say I don't, you say I'm lying. You ask that question, I say nobody, you say I'm lying. You accuse me a lot of lying. With that said, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming by and watching. I will be live tomorrow. I'll be live. I would like to be live a few hours longer than usual tomorrow because I want to be able to go through and actually complete all of them, or at least give everyone a fair shot at the hollows. So look forward to that. If we don't get that done on Saturday, we might bleed it over into Sunday. Because I think I can beat them. I think my teams are strong enough, unless if they have spectral resistance. Which at that point, I could use Carlotta. Her team will be a little jank though, so maybe. Maybe, I don't know. With that said, I do also have a little announcement thingy that I'll probably say on Saturday or Sunday, depending on how many people show up. So we got some stuff going on in the background. It's gonna be sick. Yeah, so thank you, each and every one of you, and I will see you tomorrow for a big epic stream.